What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back on another post game recap, and my night just got worse. Ordered the damn Domino's, and it didn't get here. They canceled my order. Very very upsetting night. Not just that, but obviously the Lakers, man. I can't believe this. I can't believe we just had the worst loss of the year by far. We lose to the Sacramento Kings, led by of all people Luke Walton, and not just that, but they didn't have De'Aaron Fox. And we got LeBron James back, who, by the way, played good basketball. And we still couldn't win. We gave up 110 points to the Sacramento Queens. No De'Aaron Fox, pro Luke Walton. And again, we turned the ball over 21 times, played like absolute crap. People are going to point the finger left and right. I ain't defending nobody after tonight. Here's the problem. And I'm going to start off where I have my issues here, okay? Not blaming a single person. This falls on the whole team. There's no excuses for losing to the Kings. Congratulations to them. They wanted it harder than us. They fought harder than us. Sean Holmes looked like the best big in the court, which is weird since we have Anthony Davis, Andre Drummond down there. And then the rotations, piss poor once again. Frank Vogel finally figured something out. So we put in Marcus Gasol. We make a run. LeBron James doing LeBron James type things in the second quarter. We come back. We go up, 6, 7 points at the half? What does Frank Vogel do in the second half? He does not play Marcus Gasol a single minute. This is what I don't get about Frank, and this is where he's starting to lose me. If something's working for you on the court, how about you stick with it? I'm like really freaking pissed off, man. I'm already done yelling at the TV, bro. I'm like capped out already as far as what this team has disappointed. This is a new level of disappointment. 9 games left in the season. The Portland Trailblazers won. We finally slipped down in the standings. We go from 5th to 6th, at least for the time being. And the Lakers lost to the Kings? The Kings. Oh, my goodness, guys. I'm like, my night couldn't be getting any worse. It started off really good. It started off amazing. I thought LeBron James back. There's no way we losing to the Kings. Should be an easier game with no De'Aaron Fox, their star player. And we're going up against Luke Walton, who's probably one of the worst coaches of all time. But nope. Frank Vogel said, hey, Luke Walton, let me one-up you, man. I'm going to play Marcus Gasol and come back in the game and then pretend like I never saw his production in the second half. Congratulations, Frank. You just lost your regular season favorite with me. I ain't defending Frank. If y'all want to say fire Frank, fire Frank. I'm not defending him no more. I tried. I held on to Frank Vogel for dear life. I gave him championship benefit. But now he's on my doghouse, man. I'm not happy with Frank Vogel. Couple things as well. Taylor Horton-Tucker was playing good. Didn't see the second half. McKinney balling before all this happened. Didn't see any minutes. Again, not trying out different things, not trying to solve anything. It's gotten to the point of like, I can't even defend him. Everybody's saying fire Frank. You have the right to feel whatever you want to feel. He said, hey, Dan, unlike these fair weathers, I'm riding with my team. We'll win the championship, but we need more heart. I'm pissed. Dennis got to go. SMFH. Dennis Schroeder, this is why I'm hard on him. People don't understand this. People want to go hard on Kuzma, all this, and that. Kuzma actually did some good playmaking. He had a couple of turnovers, but you know who looks lazy tonight? You know who came out looking the worst from everybody? That was Dennis Schroeder. That's right. And I actually tried liking the kid, too. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But once again, what do you have? Like 5 turnovers today. Okay? 5 turnovers, 8 points, 7 assists. Most of those were just like not even his. The only one I gave him credit for was an AD dish. And 6 rebounds. Most of those were hockey assists, by the way. Most of the nights you would say, oh, triple-double's not bad. Not tonight, Dennis. Not tonight. He had to be aggressive and assertive. But again, we were caught ball watching at the end. We got confident in the fact that LeBron James brought us back the first time, and we tried to basically give him the whole workload. Honestly, we look like 2 different teams when LeBron's on the court and when he's off. And this is the part that bothers me. We went from having a steady floor general / veteran in Rondo to a pouty, mopey, wannabe point guard, 6th man of the year candidate, and Dennis, who really probably shouldn't even be starting at this point. He lost favor as far as who should start. You know who should start? LeBron James should start at point guard. You should start Ben McLemore at shooting guard. and you should put KCP as small forward. Stretch the floor, give us some more floor spacing. Power forward, AD, center Drummond. Off the bench, it's clear as day, man. It's clear as freaking day. Off the bench, Marc Gasol needs to start. Anybody can see this. Yo, do you guys realize how good Marc Gasol looked against that second unit of the Kings? They couldn't score. That's when we made our run. It wasn't only LeBron. Yes, it was mainly LeBron. But Marc Gasol played a huge role off the bench. And I've always been saying it. Even since before Marc Gasol went to the bench, I said, I don't hate Marc Gasol. I just don't think he's a starter. Put him on the bench. Bench center. Power forward should be Trez. Markieff can't hit the side of a barnyard anyways. Like, what can Markieff more? He can't shoot it in the ocean. So take away his minutes. Give him to Markieff. Small forward, Kuz off the bench. Shooting guard, whoever, what's his name? THC and then Caruso at the point. That's what should, or Dennis, they can split the minutes. I don't care. Bottom line is we need to tinker with this rotations because a lot of these guys are playing heartless out here. You know who's playing with the most heart? Montrezl Harrell. The undersized 6'7" center who should be really playing power forward. Why is he playing? Why is he playing? Yo, and by the way, these trolls are ridiculous. Begging for Drummond and look at y'all now. It wasn't Drummond's fault. He played solid. He actually had a block. He was actually eating like we predicted he would. By the way, Ben McLemore looked great shooting, but he turned the ball over a little too much for my liking. But shooting-wise, he's going to benefit everybody. That's what I'm saying. Start him along with KCP. Move LeBron to the point guard if Dennis wants to play like a you-know-what. But we have to try something. We have to try something because Frank is really getting out of hand, man. Getting out of hand. I like what I saw in spurts, but we can't get consistency. And if that's the case, you have to tinker with the lineups till you get some consistency. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, James Caldwell. Thanks for the donation, bro. And I agree with you. I'm riding with my team. It ain't nothing, but the rotations are egregious, man. And that's a word I don't like to use. These rotations have me wanting to slap myself watching. What am I? How does Marc Gasol not start at center in the second half? Come off the bench. He should have been the first man off the bench. He hit a three, got a couple rebounds, and he got some stops just being a big body in the paint. Oh, I'm disgusted, man. I'm disgusted by the rotations. I'm disgusted by certain players hanging their head. Dennis. I'm disgusted by the turnovers. Everybody. Why can't we just get it together, man? Oh, this is going to be the hardest night to sleep, man. And my pizza never arrived. I'm still hungry. My man Jose, appreciate you, bro. He said, bro, how we lose? No Fox, no Barnes, no Nedu in the second half. Buddy shot 1 for 13. I'm pissed, bro. You want to know how we lost? We came out here and ran absolutely no half-court offense. If it wasn't LeBron creating for everybody just standing around and stuff. AD had a solid game in the second half. First game was trash, but that's okay. Again, still trying to get his legs together, whatever. Drummond was solid in the first half. Second half, we didn't involve him enough. We went away from that pick-and-roll game. KCP was solid in the first half. Second half, he kind of disappeared. Defensively, we were trash. We're overcommitting on defense. I don't know why. We don't need a double team. We got plenty of size in the paint. Let them score. They were scoring anyways. We needed to stick with the shooters. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. That kid is solid. He killed us, man. He looked more poisoned than our backcourt today. A rookie looks more poised under a Luke Walton system. Mind-blowing. I'm upset, bro. I'm upset. People that are saying we miss Dwight, we miss JaVale. No, it's not even that. You know what it is? We missed another playmaker like Rondo. That's really the real player we miss, man. That's the real player we're missing. We miss another playmaker like Rondo. We don't have that off the bench. Caruso can be solid at times. Taylor Horton-Tucker's probably our best playmaker off the bench. Who would have expected a second-year player to take on that role? We miss Rondo. And I told you guys he was my biggest priority in the offseason, and we didn't get it done. We didn't trade for another playmaker. I didn't know we needed one that bad. I thought Dennis could really handle the duties. I really thought, coming out of OKC, 6th man of the year, I didn't get to see him play much, but in spurts, I like what I saw. But that's just the thing. Dennis plays in spurts. He'll play a floor general. That's exactly what I mean. Dennis will play one solid game where he looks crazy. He'll take the next 2 off. Then he'll play another one where he looks good. He'll take the next 2 off. Then he'll look disinterested for about 4 or 5 games, and then he'll play really hard. If he's tired, send him to the bench. If he's not interested, send him to the bench. If he's not gonna play within the offense and stop turning the ball over, he shouldn't have five. A player who only has 8 points shouldn't have five damn turnovers. You're almost matching your total of points. So you're gonna have a point per turnover. You know how inefficient that is? There's guys in the G League that'll take better care of the basketball than that. Oh, and I get it. We are gonna get better. I'm not panicking. I'm not saying anything, but we just slid in the playoffs. I really don't want us to go to the play-in tournament. That's bad news because we have an older team. We need to protect our guys. We need to make sure we come in with fresh legs. We don't need to be one of the two teams playing back to back and then go into the playoffs right off that. We're going to get better. I'll say this. I saw some major positives from this team when LeBron was on the floor. Exactly what I predicted. I said Ben McLemore will shoot way better when LeBron's on the floor. That happened. I said Drummond's going to eat way better when LeBron's on the floor. That happened. I said defensively we will look a little bit better when LeBron is on the floor. That happened, but in spurts. And then Frank Vogel's weird because he allows us to – we had a 6-point lead. He got LeBron over there on the bench. He allows him to tie and even take the lead before he calls a timeout. That's how you lose momentum. I don't get it. Plus, he had a challenge. Never uses his challenges. What is going on? Does he keep them for souvenirs? Come on, man. What's going on, Vogel, bro? You tripping, bro. You are tripping. And when we needed floor spacing, he didn't have either KCP or Ben McLemore. I'm like, what is going on, man? I could have went out there and did probably a better job. And I'm an amateur as far as coaching goes. I've never done it. So, come on, man. But what y'all feel, Laker Nation? I'm going to head over to the comment section and see how y'all feeling, man. Am I overreacting? I know I'm not overreacting. We lost to the Sacramento Queens, bro. They're a horrible team. No way around it. We barely beat another horrible team, the other team. I already forgot who it was. That's how irrelevant that win is now. You know? I never took Rondo for granted. Ever. You guys remember me defending him even from callers, man, that were calling in talking about trade Rondo. I said, wait till the playoffs. So you know I'm right. Vincent, appreciate you, bro. You said, I have faith in the Lakers, losing faith in Vogel. Ben saying early in the season, I think we're going to be solid moving forward. Oh, I'm never losing faith in my team. As long as we got LeBron and AD, I don't lose faith. But I'm losing faith in his rotations, man. He better get them, you know what, right? Right? You better get them shits right for the playoffs. Seriously, I don't understand. Marc Gasol balled out. And he only really played Marc Gasol because Trez got hit in the face. But come on, bro, open your eyes. What are you coaching with? The backside? Bro, open your eyes, bro. I don't get it. I don't understand. Oh, we've been struggling with coaches since Phil Jackson retired, bro. Phil Jackson was the only coach I would never question. I don't understand why we can't get a consistent coach. I've been given, you guys know, I've been given Frank Vogel the benefit of the doubt, but he's losing me, man. Game by game, he continues to make stupid decision after stupid decision. I've been calling for Marc Gasol to start to come off the bench at center, be the first man off the bench at center. Why? He has a great passing IQ. He's not trash, contrary to what casuals were saying about him when he was starting. Never called him trash. I said he's slow, he's outdated, but he will be effective off the bench. Lo and behold, we don't even play him. What is going on? I'd be pissed too if I was Mark. And then Montrez at center is getting exposed in the paint. This is the same thing. This is the same way the Clippers used him last year. That's why they got exposed. We can't have that. We can't have, all these Marvin Bagleys and guys just crapping on us because we choose to play Montrez Harrell out of position. And then he's so stubborn with certain players, man. Markieff has been bad. I would have been punished him and put him on the bench so he could shoot better. He hasn't hit anything. He's playing poor defense. He's not really the same Markieff that we had when AD was injured. Like, I don't get it, man. What's going on with these players? They're so inconsistent. And then when we need a floor spacers, neither KCP or Ben McLemore, who, by the way, was shooting lights out, sure, he can't create for himself. Very sloppy with the handles. Flat angle passes. I get it. But when LeBron's out there, please have a shooter at all times, please. And by the way, the positives in this game is that the two players I thought would eat with LeBron on the floor are eating. And when we're out there, we actually look like we have an offense when he's out there, when LeBron's out there. Problem is when he goes to the bench, we don't have that floor general anymore. Caruso was injured, so I can't wait to have him back because at least he's a solid floor general when he's playing right. Lately, he hasn't been playing right. But when he's playing right, he's a solid floor general, man. And it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how we just lost, man. How we just lost to this King team. It's gonna be a hard pill to swallow, but hey, we're Laker fans. We got thick skin. We should be all right. Still, regardless, yo, this is gonna be a loss that sticks with us all season, especially if it has any implications in the play-in tournament. We end up in the play-in tournament. Oof, gonna be a lot harder to repeat. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that because can you imagine 2 Game 7s in a row? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And ain't nobody worried about the Clippers, man. We're our own worst enemy right now. The Lakers are just shooting themselves with all these turnovers. 21 turnovers. We got to do a way better job, man. Way better job of taking care of the basketball. You know? He said we might face the Clippers, and I'm cool with that. That's not a problem to me. I'm hoping for that now, but to fall into the play-in tournament, I don't want that. Jose says, Dan, is the play-in tournament really that bad, man? I don't know. We need all the games we can get before the playoffs. This team needs to be battle tested together. It's bad when you didn't have much of an off season and you have to force your team to play pressure games where guys are going to be like diving at the ball, loose balls and stuff like a Game 7. You want to minimize those as much as possible. That's why the Lakers were finishing teams off in 5 games last season on the way to the finals. That's why. That's why it's a bad thing for me. I don't want people diving at my superstar players' legs like what's his face, that bum Solomon Hill, whatever, Crap Hill, Garbage Hill, whatever you want to call him. I don't want players like that, idiot, dirtbag players that just want to take out your star players to try to advance in the playoffs, to be diving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that, man. I don't want that. So that's the reason I'm trying to avoid the play-in. But hey, whatever we must do, we must do it. He said Frank Vogel needs to be fired. Bro, I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe y'all. And I'll give y'all credit. Y'all been saying this for the longest. I've been stubborn about it. I've been saying, hey, and maybe I've been wrong. Who knows? Only time will tell. But I've always stuck by Vogel, and I said he's a championship coach. He made the adjustments last year in the playoffs. He was iffy in the regular season, just like right now. But why? Why take a whole regular season off and then only coach in the playoffs? I don't understand that logic if that's what it is. Or was it just a fluke that he made the right decisions? Or was it Jason Kidd in the playoffs or somebody else in the coaching staff calling the shots? I don't know. But whatever it was, we need that back come playoff time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need our coaches putting us in worse positions to win. We need our coaches putting us in the best position we could possibly get to execute and to win games. Jordan Smith says, Dan, I've been trying to tell you, dog, Frank Vogel has to go. Yeah, all of you guys been saying it. And like I said, when I'm wrong, I will admit it. But I'm not wrong yet. Only time will tell. If Frank makes the proper adjustments in the playoffs and we end up winning the championship, everything will be forgiven, man. You guys will be saying, Dan, you're right. But if we don't even get to the finals, I'm going to be saying you guys were right, and I'm going to want this guy out for sure. So this is a job. It's a high-pressure job. He knew that when he took it, and he needs to deliver as a coach. He has the tools. We saw in spurts we look like a championship contender in spurts tonight. But the problem is the rotations are poor. It takes momentum away, and we're not being put in the best position to win, which pisses me off because a coach should never get in the way of a team. A coach should enhance a team, and a coach should be a smart coach and be able to move the pieces around properly. And instead, what have we got? Inconsistencies, puzzle, like question marks all over the place. Why isn't McKinney playing? Why isn't Gasol playing? Why? We can't lose to the Kings. Bottom line, somebody's head is going to be on a stick if we don't advance at least to the finals. And I'm telling you right now, man, Frank, you better start doing the right thing, man. Straight up. You know, it's very frustrating, guys. I'm like, I've been very patient. You guys know me. I'm really patient, but when I blow up, it's a wrap. You know, it's a wrap when I blow up. Next up, we got the Raptors on Sunday, so that better be a win. Then we got the Nuggets on Monday. We're gonna have to pull a win there. I'm confident that LeBron will rally the troops. Like I said, LeBron still doesn't look 100%, but he made the team look much better when he's out there. What we need to focus on now is when he's off the court, who's gonna step up? He said, Dan, should we panic? No, we should never panic. If this if this carries over to the playoffs, then panic. But I still feel like we were going to play a lot smarter in the playoffs. I never ever trip out on regular season. As far as we're in the playoffs, I'm happy. And The circumstances have been bad. We've been injured, but there's no excuses for losing to the Kings. That's for sure. So I'm mad about tonight. I'm not gonna panic. You guys know that I see the bigger picture. So I foresee the Lakers. A loss like this could very well turn our season around because we have to come out here. We have to get on each other's cases. I want them to grip Dennis Schroeder and shake him a little bit and say, hey, take care of the basketball. Start giving a what, because you know what? You're not going to get paid if you play like this, you little gremlin. Shake him a little bit. It's pissing me off, bro. Like, sometimes I want to fight Dennis. Like, he probably beat my ass, but I want to fight him just because he's pissing me off. I'm like, Dennis, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Sometimes he just dribbles it right out of bounds. I'm like, really? All that speed for no reason, bro? Come on, man. Come on. Dennis, you got to get right, man. You got to get right, Dennis. He started the season so good. I was even saying he's better than Drew Holiday for the bang for the buck. Boy, did he prove me wrong. He must have seen my chart or something, because as soon as he seen that, he wanted to get paid, and that's when the problem started. To start the season, remember, I posted on this very channel, the numbers were comparable, and I was like, for the bang for the buck, I'll take Dennis. But for the player, obviously, Drew Holiday, obviously. But still, Dennis was playing so much better. He was actually hanging with some of the better starting guards in the league. Man. She said, my internet was down. I have been trying to sign on. Oh, my goodness. Sorry to hear that. Yesterday, the lights went out, and we didn't have no lights for 8 whole hours. Me and my family had to get creative. We went outside, and we started throwing glow sticks around, playing catch in the dark. Like, we actually had fun, but we had to get creative for entertainment because it's so weird. Like, how it's crazy how we depend so much on technology, right? And you realize this when everything goes down. Like, you got to get creative. And I kind of miss that a little bit, being creative in the 90s growing up. But I'm glad you got your internet back, Raquel. We're just trashing the Lakers right now. Very frustrating game. We deserve to lose this one because you can't blame anybody other than the coaching staff and the players for the effort and the rotations. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. He said, Dan, good positive things, but really bad ball movement. He said, and too many turnovers. I agree. My bro says, sub DTLF, you guys, we see you guys on Monday. Should be a great game. I don't expect us to win. Man, with no Jamal Murray, it's going to be tough. I'm rooting for the Lakers in the playoffs. One love. Appreciate you, bro. Best opposition fan ever right there, man. Shout out to him. But back to the Lakers. The Lakers have 9 games to get their stuff together. I saw it happen last year. Could happen this year. Coach has to get his rotations together. We need to see Marc Gasol being I keep saying starting, the backup center to Drummond. We need Trez to be the backup to AD. That's the only way to have it. I don't get this new age small ball BS. I'll never be on board with that garbage, man. In my life will I be on board with that. He says, Schroeder, McLemore, and Drummond sure look like they didn't come from a winning team. They just keep making boneheaded mistakes. Hopefully they learn to start playing championship ball come playoff time. LeBron just tends to rub off on people. Remember, J.R. Smith hadn't won lick before he joined the Cavs. So if that can happen, anything's possible. But you're right. The sloppiness needs to stop, man. The sloppiness is just, like I said, somebody pick up Dennis Schroeder and just shake him a little bit, man. Maybe drop him down the stairs a little bit. Maybe get him right. Bottom line is we need to do the right thing, guys. Rotations need to be correct. Players' effort needs to be there. That's most important. And all in all, overall, the Lakers still have tons of room for improvement. If the Lakers talent-wise, this is all we had, then I'd be worried. But I know talent-wise, we have so much more. And when they put it together, again, we've seen it in spurts. It was just, it was phenomenal. But we only see it in spurts. Give me at least 36 minutes of this. If you can't give me 48, I get it. But give me at least 36. Give me 3/4 of the game. And with high intensity, smart basketball. Young Elder says, time for Kidd to coach. Jason Kidd, man. I don't know if he's behind pulling the strings in the playoffs because we look like a different team in the playoffs. Like I said, last season, Frank Vogel was phenomenal in the playoffs. Regular season, he was bad as well. This season, regular season, bad as well. So I'm hoping that the trend continues and he gets it right. He said, Don, I have faith, bro. The Clippers are overhyped. I agree. Denver Nuggets, baby, I'm rooting for your team. If y'all face the Clippers, I'm going for y'all, man. Dan, after the Raptors game, our schedule is going to be tough, man. He said we need to face the Nuggets first round. Hey, even that's going to be tough. Just because Jamal Murray's out doesn't mean some no-name player can't just step up and have a big match. They have a lot of young talent. They have a lot of versatility. They still got Jokic, who's in the MVP conversations. So that's going to be a tough team. Any team we face really in the West is going to be tough, especially if the Lakers don't get it together. I have hope, though, man. Again, remember, last year we looked horrible, horrible in the bubble pre-playoff tournament or whatever they called it, the regular season bubble, whatever. We looked horrible, and we got it together in 8 games. I think we went like, what was it, 3-5? We only won 3 games out of the 8 or something like that. And everybody was like, oh, the Lakers are done. Lakers are done. Playoff basketball changes everything. Angelica Estrada says, we have to face reality. We are not in sync and inconsistent every game I watch. I'm hoping we win. Lakers basketball is not hoping we win, but how much we will win by. You're right. You're right. We haven't been in a dominant position all season long. Matter of fact, from the beginning, I saw these really bad habits that I was like, those are going to come back to bite us later in the season. Remember, I called it here. I said, these bad habits, people think I'm overreacting now, but later on, the little turnovers and these stupid little plays we make, going to come back to bite us. Well, they're biting us now. We're falling in the standings, even though we got most of our players back. And of course, I'm patient. I'm going to let LeBron get his, but he looked great tonight. I mean, how much better can he get? Anthony Davis still has a ways to go. Drummond is going to feast with LeBron. Trust. I saw that in glimpses tonight. McLemore, I think he needs more minutes, especially when LeBron's on the court because he's a pure shooter. Might be the purest shooter we've had since last year, this year and last year combined. So he just needs a little bit of space, and he knocks him down. That's huge. We didn't have that last year. Last year we had streaky shooters. KCP got hot in the playoffs. But if we can get him and KCP and Kuzma going, those can be 3 of our primary shooters. And, of course, Anthony Davis and LeBron will do their thing. But bottom line is we have a lot of room for improvement, man. You know, a lot of room for improvement. That's the good news. If they can get it right, we're going to get better, and we're going to start punching teams in the mouth when they least expect it. So let's just hope that we're playing possum, or I don't know what it is. But the body language, a lot of players, especially Dennis, they pissed me off with that body language. He said, hey, Dan, how's it going? Jesus Christ loves everyone. And if people accept them in their life, they won't regret it. Lakers are going to be okay. Dan's Wonders, man. I thank you for the kind words, my friend. God bless you, man. And I appreciate the gospel, believe it or not, especially when I'm upset. It just calms me down just a little bit, man. You know, it's my little woosah moment. So thank you, man. Thank you so much. Always, always. My brother Vincent, he says, scoring drought becoming a habit. It's been like this all season. And that's what I'm saying. These are part of the bad habits. The turnovers, the lack of half-court offense, and how we just stand around and watch our superstars without ball movement, and little things like that just really get under my skin. You know, as a basketball mind, I've been watching basketball for years, and I've seen good basketball for years. Last year, the ball movement was really great. This year, it's streaky. We have a quarter when we go off, and then the next 2 quarters we look sloppy. And we're so used to winning out with talent that we don't try putting in effort. Well, guess what? The whole NBA is talented now, so you have to put in effort. We got guys like Terrence Davis, you know, journeyman in the NBA, killing us out here tonight, man, hitting crazy dagger threes. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton, man. He's going to be a solid rookie beast. He killed us back-to-back. I think the last time we faced him as well, he was killing us. So the league is full of talent. It's not going to get easier, Laker fans. We can't just sit here and hope for easy wins. Like people were saying, we're going to kill the Kings. I said, let's see. I hope we do. We should be up by 10 at the half, but let's see. The Lakers have been like this all year. I can't really give them the vote of confidence to see it consistently. So again, the talent is there. The heart is not there yet. We need to get the heart in the right place, and we need to execute. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That's going to wrap it up for me, man. I heard pizza. So y'all know I want to get off and eat, man. I haven't ate all night. So the first order, like I said, if y'all just tuning in, they got my order wrong, so they had to reorder, and I just heard the door come through. So I think I can smell it, matter of fact. So I'm going to get my Ninja Turtle on, and, I can't wait to eat. Last comment before I get off because he donated. Adam Jacobs said, Dan, it looks like we're going to fall to the 6th seed with the remaining schedule versus the Mavs schedule. Well, if that happens, man, bring it on. But what I don't want is the play-in tournament because we don't need extra we don't need extra games. That's all. That is all. And wow, my brother Sal wants to keep me around a little bit longer. Okay, 50 piece, man. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for brightening up my night just a little bit more. Thank you all for donating. My boy said, key players still rusty and new players still gelling. But hey, he said, y'all remember when the bubble started and we were playing like shh? He said, after the 4 month delay and we pulled it together for the chip, we'll bounce back. I'm not worried. I feel, I echo your sentiments, Sal. Absolutely. I echo these very same sentiments. But, however, we are borderline walking that caution. We don't want to cross this line of just relying on what happened last season because every season is different. So we do want to make sure that we don't, especially the players and the team, that they don't rely on that to say, "Hey, we'll bounce back," because that's how that's how you get complacent and you just focus on your talent. Can't do that, man. You gotta work really, really hard, bro. You gotta work hard. But I do appreciate the positivity, man. And again, I'll leave you guys with these positive words by my man Sal, who donated $50. Thank you so much for making my night just a little bit better. And thank you all for tuning in. I know these are hard games to come and try to look for positives, but there's always positives. The positives tonight, as my man Sal said, small sample size last season, we were able to pull it off. Let's see if we can do that. Anthony Davis looking better and better, especially defensively. My boy AD did have 5 blocks tonight. And then LeBron James just looked phenomenal in spurts, and he's back. So I'm glad to have the King win or lose. And again, Drummond and Ben McLemore are going to eat as apparent by today. And I'm looking forward to the Lakers continuing to build on chemistry. Dennis got to be better, though. Dennis and Kyle Kuzma got to be better. I'm looking for those two players to be a lot more aggressive and become actual options that are just looking to score, because that's what LeBron needs. LeBron don't need another playmaker there unless guys are open. He needs a scorer. And same thing with Kuz, man. We need a scorer, even though Kuz does a phenomenal job of sacrificing his own stats for others. But that's going to wrap it up for me, man. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night, man. I know it's going to be tough to sleep tonight, but hey, we live to fight another day, Laker Nation. Love y'all very, very much. Thank you so much for the support, donations, likes, subscriptions. And if you already haven't, please smash that like button.